Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm Marina Barsoum and you are watching AUC TV. In Egypt, an upbeat and alert-looking Hosni Mubarak was wheeled into a Cairo courtroom on Saturday for his retrial for alleged complicity in the killing of demonstrators during the 2011 revolt that ousted him. However, the session quickly ended when the judge recused himself. This was Mubarak's first appearance after his initial conviction in June 2011. His two sons Ali and Kamal and his former Interior Minister Habib al-Adli, currently held in prison for separate cases, were also in the courtroom cage. According to AP, the judge appointed for the case, Mustafa Hassan, saved himself by referring the case to appeals court to appoint a new judge for the trial. Mubarak's retrial was granted by an appeals court that overturned his life sentence in January. If Mubarak was convicted again in this session, the life sentence against him would have been upheld. President Mohamed Morsi has met with General Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and the Supreme Council of Armed Forces to discuss and assure the strong bonds between the presidency and the army. The Thursday meeting was held after reports that some of Muslim Brotherhood officials had accused the army of being corrupt. The meeting included some of the vital issues like security situation in the Egyptian borders in Sinai in the east and Halayb in the south. El-Sisi stated that the army gets offended with all the bad reports about their work because, as he said, all they care about is the welfare of the country and the Egyptian people.
لم تقوم بأي عمل من أعمال الإساءة. وعايز أقول إن القوات المسلحة انسحبت أو انتهت وتسلمت السلطة في 30/6 وابتدت تقوم بأعمال من أعمال رفع الكفاءة للقوات والمعدات، حاجات كتير قوي بتتم دلوقتي، وعايز أقول إنها بتتم بمعدلات غير مسبوقة. لازم نكون فاهمين إن القوات المسلحة مؤسسة وطنية شريفة جدا جدا ومخلصة جدا لبلدها.
Moving to Palestine, the Palestinian Prime Minister Salam Fayyad has resigned, leaving the Palestinians without one of their most moderate and well-respected voices. A statement from the official Palestinian news agency Wafa said President Mahmoud Abbas met with Fayyad late on Saturday and accepted his resignation. He asked him to continue to serve in his post until Abbas forms a new government. The Hamas spokesperson Sami Abu Zuhri criticized Fayyad's resignation.
فياض يغادر الحكومة بعد أن أغرق شعبنا بديون كثيرة وحركة فتح تتحمل مسؤولية عن ذلك.
The relationship between Fayyad and Abbas has been tense for some time, and the Prime Minister told Abbas already late last year that he wanted to quit. Fayyad was a Western-trained economist and he was expected to play a key role in U.S. efforts to revive peace talks. As a part of that effort, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has said he plans to announce a series of measures to boost the West Bank economy in the coming days. While in Iraq, Iraqi police officers and soldiers have cast their votes in provincial elections ahead on the main ballot in a week's time. More than 14 million voters went to the ballot box last Saturday to choose provincial council members for more than 8,000 candidates. Members of the security forces lined up outside polling stations across the country, including centers in Baghdad and Basra. Police officer Mohsen Matar said that this election is important to the future of their country.
الانتخابات بالنسبة تكون مهمة هذه للشعب العراقي وللحكومة ولنجاح الدولة بصورة عامة ولتوسيع المشاريع والخدمات للشعب العراقي.
This election is set to be a test for Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki's political bloc and for the security forces under command that are charged with keeping voters safe. Another election took place, but at AUC. In its first attempt to unite Stance's private universities, decided to have their own student union apart from the government-run universities union. Elections took place Monday, March 8 in Hatem Building at AUC. Omar al-Alfi, a graduating senior from the British University in Egypt, won the presidential position, followed by Tahir al-Mu'taz Billah as his vice president. 8 private universities were involved in these elections. Among them were October University, the Russian University, AUC, British University in Egypt, GUC, and Masr International University, and the Canadian Ahram. Al-Alfi had told the caravan that the main reason they created a student union for private universities is that they were surprised to find out that private universities were almost exempt from any national activities. He added that Egypt's student union has only 2 seats out of 25 for private universities, and he referred to those 2 seats as being decoration to impress the public opinion. In an interview with Tahir al-Mu'taz Billah, the vice president of the private university union, he talked about the goals that they are willing to achieve.
This is our next step. Now there are mobilization efforts. Now there are calls to have a very mass scale protest. There is going to be a great collective action. We are not sure yet how we are going to do it, but this is going to be aimed at the Ministry of Higher Education, because honestly, as vice president of the Egyptian Student Union for Private Universities and as an Egyptian student, I denounce the Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Mustafa Mus'ad, and we formally request his immediate and direct impeachment.
Another elections at AUC. AUC's annual student union elections at AUC will be held on April 22nd. This year, Mukhtar Ibrahim and Ahmed Atallah are the 2 candidates who are running for the student union elections. The debate between the 2 candidates is going to take place tomorrow at Assembly Hour in the Ebesili Auditorium. While interviewing AUC students, there was a big survey of a party that either don't know who they will vote for or they have already decided that they will not be voting.
I'm voting for Ahmed Atallah and Mohammed Salama for a student union that isn't giving us promises, but an action plan on how they're going to do it.
And I'm voting for Ahmed Atallah and Mohammed Salama. Okay, basically, I think everyone thinks that the student union isn't doing us any good and isn't efficient at all. And I think that these people have a very good chance of changing things around and making it a better place for all of us.
I want to see tomorrow who's in the voting, and I'm going to debate with them. So I'm not considered yet who I'm going to choose.
Actually, I'm thinking of abstaining from voting because after 4 years in university, I think that the SU elections has no meaning, or we don't affect the university.
Meanwhile, in Mexico, a major volcano vented a dense cloud of ash over the central Mexico state of Puebla, with ash falling at the ground in several towns. Mexico's National Disaster Prevention Center said ash was blown about 400 meters into the air above the volcano, which is located to the southeast of Mexico City. The center also confirmed falling ash near the city of Puebla. In San Andres Cholula, one of the towns within the area affected, residents on Saturday were worried about ash contaminating the water.
Afecta el agua, o sea, de la ceniza. Y eso es lo que hacemos, nos juntarla y echarla a los terrenos o a las plantas, que no se vaya el agua.
Puebla has been blushing ash and vapor almost daily since a round of eruptive activity began in 1994. Moving to Korea, 4 foreign runners joined the 237 Koreans in an international marathon in North Korea. This marathon is taking place for the 26th time as a tradition to celebrate the anniversary of Kim Sung's birth, who is known to be the founder of the country. The event took place earlier in the day. It included a full marathon, half marathon, and a 10-kilometer race for younger participants. The marathon has started at Kim Sung Stadium. The full marathon runs 4 laps of a circuit of downtown, crossing 2 of the bridges over the city's main river and passing the giant Arc of Triumph monument. The only foreigner to win the race was Chang Chia-chi from Taiwan. He got 15th position. It was Chang's second entry to the marathon, and he said that he had not encountered any problems in North Korea, in spite of the international tension and warnings of war.
都没有问题啊，就感觉好像就是我去年来过，然后跟去年也是一样的情况，对，大家都感觉相当的平静，对。
We hope you enjoyed our show. See you next time.